Yeah, so I'm here kind of representing as a representative of Earth Guardians. We're an organization of hundreds of thousands of young people that are working together around the planet to help inspire, activate, and use our voices as individuals to activate actions in our communities around the planet. We have over 400 crews on 6 continents. We're working to get the momentum off the ground to build a youth movement, to build solutions, positive, creative, action-oriented solutions that are taking over the world. You know, we're seeing more and more young people in the streets, more and more young people in the courts, on the ground, in COP, that are ready for the solutions to happen, holding our leaders accountable. We're here to send the message that as important as they are in the meetings, deciding and coming up with these agreements, also this generation, our voices need to be represented. That's why we're here. We're here to bring our voices, not waiting for them to represent them as well. So we're here to share our message.
Okay. Would you say that the governments don't really care about the voice of the youth?
Man, to a certain extent, it's been really challenging getting them to listen to our perspective and care about it. For them, for a lot of governments, it's about politics, it's about money, it's about their position and their status. For us, it's about our generation, about the survival of our generation, about the way that our planet is going to be functioning when future generations are going to inherit this earth. We're so innocent when it comes to what we're fighting for. We're fighting for a better planet, and I don't think anybody can argue against that. So we want leaders to understand that that is what we are fighting for, and that's what they need to fight for. That is their job, to represent the people more than anything else.
So it doesn't make any sense to let those at least 60 years old people gambling with your future, with the future of the youth, right?
We need to wake them up. We need to wake them up and let them know that it is time for there to be a huge change. Last 20 years of COP summits, there's been very little action. So now is the year that we're running out of time, and now is the year for action. Now is the year for change. This is the time. The time is now.
So do you have any expectation from them?
We are expecting them to do their job, to accurately put a solid, binding climate agreement into place to reduce carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere and see a reduction in climate disasters around the planet. It is up to the leaders of some of the greatest polluting countries in the world to come together to make agreements, but also agreements that will work fast enough to reverse the damage that has already been done and work so that communities in the future will never have to suffer what we have today. Fires, droughts, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, rising sea levels. Those are all effects of climate change. Hundreds of thousands, millions of climate refugees. These are all things that should never be seen in the future, that we have to act and lay the groundwork today so the generations in the future will never have to suffer the way that we have. That is what we are expecting from them, because that is their job, to do that for the people.
So, and are you optimistic about it? Sure, we have to act, but are you optimistic about the fact that they can do the job, as you just said?
I believe they can. Whether they will, I'm not so sure. But regardless of what happens with the world leaders, action does not stop now. Even if they come up with the best case scenario, climate agreement, COP21 is not the end goal. We have to continue to work, continue to fight, continue to march, continue to rally, continue to share our voices, until we can safely pass on a world that we are proud of, a legacy that we're proud of passing on to our children. And the decisions they make today are going to be a really important part of that legacy and what it's going to look like.
Thank you very much for your time and for your answers.